You want a piece of me? You want a piece of me, tree? You want a piece of me? You ain't ready for this? Foxy Foo! Foxy Foo! Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Youtopia, the Minecraft survival series that we play with a whole bunch of my friends on one single server slash PC world that we came together and played on. So this episode is going to be a little bit different. You know, last episode we introduced the series itself, and my friends and I, we met at this table right here, as you can see. And we kind of introduced ourselves, and we went off to explore. And we made a little house right over there. It looks glorious. I love it. It looks amazing. and then we sort of ventured off to the town, and I made a grave mistake of using the waypoint and teleporting back to spawn, and then there wasn't a waypoint to actually get back. So I actually built one, so now we can go over here, we can right click on it and do this and take a look at it and go pretty much everywhere we want to go, which we will, you know, explore, and I'll show you guys a few of the cool places that we have found thus far. And as we continue exploring this world, you know, we'll definitely be adding more waypoints and stuff like that. It's kind of like our way of teleporting without having to cheat and do commands and stuff. Speaking of commands, you know, as we know, this is now a PC world. It's no longer Xbox, so we had some issues with scheduling and stuff. The person that was hosting the Xbox One world wasn't ever around, and so therefore we were never able to be on it to record. And that's kind of what happened with Youtopia, and why there was a little bit of a hiatus, and the time that we took away, we spent building this server, which is the exact same world. So, I mean, you could come in and you can see a lot of the familiar places, like in the Xbox world, we were over in that area right over there. That's where our house was, and Jake, I believe, was over there. Star was over there, and then Phoenix isn't. Yeah, you got the idea. So it's kind of the same world. The only difference is this world is massive. Okay, so right here, I don't know if you can see it, but right where it's kind of cut off down here at the blue, the water, that's where the world kind of ended on the Xbox. And this world is about, I want to say, at least 50 times bigger. It's a custom-made map, so the whole map itself is custom-made, so it's not like, you know, with the Xbox One, how we remember when we expanded the world, and then it was like a regular Xbox world or something like that. No, this is 100% custom-made. It's got about 1 billion blocks, so there's going to be so much to see. I mean, there's some places that we probably haven't even seen yet that we're going to discover together in this series. So it's going to be amazing. Speaking of which, also, this is a modded survival map. So we have guys like this, which is our, it's not even, that's my dog. I forgot I had a dog. Hey! Oh my God. Look out behind you. No. Don't even start. There you go. I'll let you take him out. Oh man, they walk all kinds of weird. So yeah, this is a modded map. It's a modded survival series. This was a Forge server that we put about 25 or 26 different mods on. And I'll see if I can remember correctly to put in, you know, the list of mods in the chat. One of which is the more movements mod, which allows us to do, you know, like running and stuff, and swinging and swords and stuff like that. And then if we're mining an axe, you do that, and then shoveling. Well, okay. There we go. That's a little bit more like it, how we just do stuff like that. But yeah, you get the idea. So there's the more movements mod. There's the different kinds of wolfies mod, and a couple other mods here and there. The waypoint, I think, is a mod. The map itself is a mod. Stuff like that. So there's a lot of different things going on with this map. So yeah, that's the basics of what Youtopia is. If you've missed it, or you need like a little bit of a refresher on what it used to be versus what it is now, we're going to talk about a little bit of the future of Youtopia. I know, this is like one of them admin episodes. I want to make sure we get everything out of the way, because I know I'm going to get a lot of questions about a couple of different things and stuff like that. But I want to kind of talk about the future of Youtopia a little bit. So we plan on keeping the 6 of us. Right now there is Alicia Rose, there's Tank Matt, yeah, he's those 2 are the new people. And they're replacing, I believe, Dynamic Barton, who has to work a lot and is not really available. And then Jake Lobox, who kind of just, you know, he decided to take a little bit of a break from YouTube. He may come back. We did add him in the logo, so he may make his return and start doing some Youtopia episodes in the future, but that is unknown to us right now. The other people, of course, is Phoenix, myself, Star Angelin, Joker 2039, and I believe that's it. So there's 6 of us right now, maybe 7 a little bit later. And we're just going to start over. We're going to start over on this world. We're going to try to do this. We may import this back to the Xbox a little bit later. I'm not sure if we're going to do it. It really just depends on how you guys are liking it on the PC with the mods. Keep in mind, if we do move it over to the Xbox, the mods will no longer be there, and it will just be back to like its own original world like it was before. So that'll kind of remain to be seen. You know, that we'll just kind of take a look and see what you guys are looking forward to. I know it's a little bit much right now to you know, talk about with the updates and stuff coming, the Better Together update. We might be able to do it really soon, and it's kind of hard if you've been used to watching this on Xbox, you know, to be able to do it on PC. I know that's a little bit of a, you know, you gotta kind of get used to it a little bit. I know I've got used to it, so it kind of, I actually really enjoy it on the PC, but some of you might not, and you might take you a few episodes to really get used to the fact that it's on PC now. So now let's do this, okay? So we're gonna keep it on PC for a little bit. I will keep it in mind in the chats and stuff like that, because this series is as much as for you as it is for me. So we're going to be doing a lot of cool things. I want to try to get you guys involved as much as possible. One of the things that I'm going to bring back is the challenges. Remember, whenever I did Youtopia the last time, pretty much every single episode, I picked a challenge from the... that was weird. Picked a challenge from the comments. And, what are you growling at? I don't even know where he is. Oh, he's over there. Okay, so... you need some food. Oh boy, do I have anything? There we go. Let's give you some food. There we go. Let's make you healthy again. There we go. Okay, so yeah, one of the last things that I did was that I pretty much asked you guys to, you know, submit challenges for me in the comments, and I would pick out a challenge every week and do it in the episode to try to complete it. Make sure it's small enough that it can be completed in one single episode. You know, otherwise I'm just not going to choose it, because I need to be able to do it that episode. Like that's the whole point of the challenges and stuff like that, just to give me something else to do while I'm doing the other things that I'm doing and stuff like that. So I am bringing that back. So feel free to, you know, suggest some challenges for me. Also, I'm going to be bringing back, you know, a couple of different polls and stuff, so as we, you know, go exploring, I need to have your help on where we're going to live. So I might have a poll like, hey, do you want to do it in the place we were in before? Or I might discover a new place and be like, okay, do you want to do it the old place, or do you want to do it the new place, or do you want to do it in a completely different place? So that's going to be coming soon. And for now, we need to discuss what this place looks like. As you can see, it's very plain. It does not look like the first episode. I had a texture pack and a shader pack on in the first episode, and it looked, in my opinion, a lot better. But I did see in the comments how a few of you guys were like, I don't like this. I want some other packs and stuff like that. Oh, what happened to the default? What's wrong with default? Shaders, you know, they look cool and all, but the problem with shaders is it's really dark, and I don't like how it be dark stuff like that. It makes it hard to see as I'm riding down the road in my car, and it's really bright outside. Like, I got it, okay? So I'm going to make this a little bit easier, okay? This is what the world looks like in the default texture pack with no shaders, okay? So this is option 1. Keep that in mind, option 1. All right? So let's go ahead and flip over to option 2. And here is option 2, and as you can see, things are already so much different. As you can see, we got, you know, texture packs on, even all the other added mods and stuff like that. The trees itself are moving with the wind and flowing like clouds flying in the air. This is with the shaders pack as well as the texture pack that we were using in the first episode. Look at this, though. Look at this. Check out the water. The water's probably one of my favorite things. I mean, it's got waves, and it's got, look, you can see like underneath and stuff, like you could like in really clear water and stuff where you couldn't see it before. So, and then after we go underwater, you can actually see up a little bit too, like as you're I love it. I love everything about this texture pack, everything about this shader pack. So you can see it looks a little bit different. However, the one little thing that people are complaining about with the with the shaders pack and stuff is that it's either too bright and you can't see, which I don't think it's too bad. Honestly, you know, I've seen a lot worse, but I really enjoy this. I really think that this is going to be really cool. So this is one of them, of course. And then at night it looks like this. And as you can see, it's a little bit different, a little bit darker, but not too bad. I was able to actually raise the darkness level of it, so it doesn't look as bad as it was before. We've got some mods coming up, some mobs over here. The other cool thing is I can put a torch in my offhand, and as we run, we have light with us. So it makes it a little bit easier. We can see things and textures and stuff like that a little bit better. You know, otherwise it looks like this. It looks really dark and really scary, which I kind of like. It makes it feel like a little bit more real and stuff like that. But some people might not like it, so that's why this is an option. So this is option 2. And now let's go ahead and take a look at option 3. Actually, before we move on to option 3, let's talk about option 2.5. So option 2.5, it's a little bit of a different shaders texture pack. It's still definitely a texture pack and the shaders pack and stuff like that. The texture pack itself, or the resource pack, hasn't changed, but the shaders has. So it's a little bit brighter, a little bit more cartoon feel. The water is a little bit less flowy, just kind of seems to be more stagnant instead of like a wave, and stuff like that. So it looks, and then obviously there's a little bit of a haze in the background and stuff. It's a little bit of a different one. And this is actually the combination that I used in the very first episode, which was, in my opinion, a really, really good episode. I loved everything. I loved the shadows and stuff as I'm running, which the other pack does as well. You can see it kind of throwing through the light, flowing through the trees as you're running and stuff like that, which is something you couldn't do before. Oh man, okay. I was like, what the heck is he growling out? But yeah, there we go. That's one of the mods with the the wolves and stuff, is they actually growl whenever there's things nearby. So now I know he's my warning. It's my little warning bell that, hey, danger, look out. So yeah, this is definitely one you can see here. And that's the option. Here's what it looks like at night. And this is what it looks like at night. As you can see, it's pretty much the same, not too much. It still does the same thing as before, with the torch and stuff. Allows you to run and light the way and stuff. Whoa! Okay. I don't know where my wolf is. Anyway, so yeah, this is definitely an option as well. So let's go ahead and talk about option number 3. Here's option number 3. As you can see, it's a whole lot different. So let's go ahead and go out and we'll kind of discuss a little bit about this one. And the doors are a little bit messed up, I gotta admit. But everything else looks absolutely stunning. Now, the point of this texture pack is to make it look as real can look. Okay, look at this. Like, look at the texture inside the wool. I mean, you can actually see the bumps and stuff like that. Also, look at the table. Like, the table looks like it's an actual piece of wood. And then the trees itself. Like, look at the trees. Look at the tree. You can actually see the ridges inside of the bark and stuff. I mean, look at the detail that is inside of this. And even the grass. The grass looks like usually so bumpy, and you can just rub your hand over it and stuff like that. Wolfie, you look the same. The sand also has a little bit more of a texture to it. As you can see, it's not as flat and smooth anymore. So this is kind of like as realistic can look in Minecraft, I think. I think this is probably the most realistic this place can look. Now, keep in mind, if you're used to more of a, like a cartoon feel or a comic book feel, like that's what the other versions are and stuff like that. Oh, run! Oh no, I'm gonna die. Okay, I need to like go in the water or something so I don't die. And I'm gonna eat as I go on. Okay, so yeah, and so this, like I said, this is pretty much like the most lifelike, realistic that you can get and stuff like that. So there's not gonna be much. As far as to like leave the imagination, I think the mobs pretty much look the same. All the cows and stuff look the same, but all of the blocks and stuff are going to be looking different and stuff like that. And yeah, so that's kind of like the basics of it. This is just something, if you prefer more of like the realistic look instead of like the comic book look that most of everybody else is going to be using. They're going to be using probably the ones in like 2 and 3, and then maybe a few I think are going to be using default and stuff like that. So if you want to kind of like keep the builds looking the same and stuff, then we'd probably better keep up with that. But I mean, look at the trees. Look at how much detail is into the trees and the grass and all that stuff. Especially if like we go into these forests and stuff, you can definitely start seeing a lot of the really, I mean, this is where the texture pack really starts to shine. So yeah, this is an option for you. It's definitely available. As you can see, we still got the things in the wind. The things are still coming through the trees. I mean, this looks amazing. It really does. I just don't know if it's the right fit for this one right here, this server, this series, and stuff like that. Maybe it could be used for a different one. Maybe to have like a, just like a further disconnect between PC series and stuff that we do in the future. I don't know. I'll leave it up to you. This is option 3. I myself, I know you probably like, hey, Nightfoxx, what about you? Which shader pack do you like? So option 2. Option 2 is mine. Not 2.5, but 2. Kind of keeps the same shader pack with the waves and how you can see underwater as well as you can, and how when you're underwater you can see above water. And I love the way that the lighting is and all that stuff. Like, this is probably my favorite shader pack. But I do like the cartoon look a little bit better. just because that's what everybody else is using. That's kind of what we decided that we were going to be using and stuff like that. But I wanted to leave it up to you guys. So option one. Option one, it's plain Jane, nothing on the thing. It's just regular Minecraft, no shaders, no resource packs, just Minecraft. That's what it is. And then option two is with this shader and the different resource pack. And then option 2.5 is the different shader and the different resource pack, which is what we use in episode 1. And then option 3 is this right here. So I'll leave it up to you guys. I know this has probably been one crazy weird episode. I know there's not much to do with as far as like, where are we going to be going? We're from here. We're not going to be exploring. Like everybody else is like, okay, let's go explore episode 2. Like we just sat here and we talked and discussed like the future of Youtopia and stuff like that, which is fine. I'm getting all the admin stuff out of the way first. That way I want to make sure everything is most enjoyable. The excitement factor and the ratings and all that stuff is as high as it possibly can be because you guys chose how it looks and how we're going to proceed and stuff like that. So yeah, option 1, option 2, and option 3, let me know down in the comments. Also feel free to give me some challenges for next episode, or maybe the episode afterwards. I might record another one after. You got it, as soon as I get the challenges, I'm going to start doing them. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Youtopia. I do apologize, they're a little bit crazy, but from now on they're going to be awesome. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, stay foxy, everybody. I'll see you all later. Goodbye!